Lightworkers, starseeds, have awakened to the fifth dimension, love. Good day to you, our wonderful representatives here on planet Earth. We are very pleased to connect with you in this holy moment, in this July of 2020. Yes, it is so indeed, for we know every moment is holy when we are awake and aware. And you, our dear Lightworkers, starseeds, are awake and aware of the human condition. You know you are holy sparks of God, particles of divine essence, drops of water in the ocean of God consciousness. You have been through the training program you came here to experience. Planet Earth is just that, a schoolroom, a training program for souls to experience existence in the physical realm. As we have inferred so often before, earthly life is one of the most difficult challenges we are given in the material realm. And yet, we are very grateful to have been chosen for this mission. God, consciousness, all that is, the electricity that informs all of the material realm, wanted to experience itself in every possible way. He, she, it wanted to know how and what the rocks, the trees, the flowers, the plants, sky, water, animals, fish, the birds of the air, and mankind, thought and felt. God wanted to experience himself in all his multitudinous facets, and you, our dear ones, are one of those facets. Your soul is a fragment of God essence. And you volunteered with great enthusiasm to come to planet Earth, both for your own growth and to help mankind. The earthly schoolroom is so set up that the dark and the light, the negative beings and the loving ones, interplay with each other. Every human, from birth throughout childhood and adolescence, is trained into a unique understanding of the world. They are taught divisive ideas and separating behaviors. So we are indoctrinated into severe and restricting religious beliefs and dogma, such as you cannot marry outside your sect, divorce is wrong, adultery is sinful, confess your sins. We are herded into schools and taught only that which our controllers, the dark ones, wish us to believe is true. So women and those with a skin of a different hue have been considered inferior. We have been taught to scorn the poor and idolize the rich. We are presented, in magazines and movies, with impossibly beautiful images of people that we then hold up and worship as gods and goddesses. We are taught by both overt and hidden advertising that we must fear illness and give the care of our bodies to medical professionals who with drugs will take care of us, for we are too stupid to know how to take care of ourselves. So we go to the doctor for expensive checkups every 6 months when we feel fine. That is, we felt fine until we went to the doctor, and then we spent time worrying about what illness the checkup would find. That very worrying is likely to cause disease, for our minds are the major influence, the major factor in creating our well-being here on planet Earth. And so we are conditioned into negativity about ourselves and our fellow humans. And of course we have no memory. That is what makes this earthly existence so challenging. If we knew we are a part of God, and thus all-powerful, we would not be able to suffer. We would laugh at our earthly adventures. So we have agreed to have no memory. And now we have lived through this earthly existence. And you, dear Lightworkers, starseeds, chose particularly difficult lives. You see, you wanted passionately to grow yourselves in love and light and to help your brethren in mankind. So it was necessary that you really, deeply, and in great distress, experience the slings and arrows of the outrageous fortune that the planet Earth experience gives us. You, our dear ones, are empaths. You are naturally kind and loving, and of a higher frequency, a more loving vibration than those you came to serve. And those you came to serve with your help, will reach that high vibration too. You are inherently caring and kind, and found the indoctrinated, unloving human behavior very puzzling and challenging. You often wish to leave this earthly sphere. You lived through your nightmare of a life, knowing, somehow feeling, that there was a purpose in all your suffering, and that, against all odds, you had to pull through. And you did. Having experienced the human condition of irrational rules and regulations and befuddling teachings and beliefs, you awoke to the realization of your divinity. Gradually, it dawned upon you that this whole human experience is divine. We are all parts of God, acting on this great Shakespearean stage that constitutes the planet Earth life. Having lived through the pain, the rejection, the loneliness, you now have great compassion for your brethren still suffering under their programmed delusion. For that is what this earthly experience is. It is a programmed deception. It is an illusional delusion. Human souls ensconced in body temples are each, in truth, particles of God, fragments of divine essence having a human experience. The purpose of that human experience is to learn greater love, to learn to be loving with or without a memory of our divinity, and regardless of how one is treated. Separation and cruelty are now anathema to us. Love is all we desire. And now, dear hearts, dear souls, you deeply understand that human experience, for you have lived through it and experienced it to the full, and you have awakened before your brethren that you might be of help to them. This hologram we are living in, the planet Earth life, is all about vibration. The human programmed condition exists at a low vibration, in the third dimensional frequency. The fourth dimension is a higher vibration, into which more light can enter and interplay with the dark. The fifth dimension leaves the dark frequency behind and exists primarily in the love vibration. And you, dear Lightworkers, Starseeds, have left the lower vibrations behind you. You have opened the portal of your body temple to your soul. You now have an intimate connection with the voice of the God within you, your intuition, and it is your job now to help your brethren who are still so deeply mired in their deep and dark fear entrainment. You see their suffering, and you can hold their hand. You can listen unconditionally as they share their deep, dark worries and concerns. Your light, your love, your high frequency shines brightly now. You are a beacon, a way shower. You radiate waves of compassion and empathy. All is well in your world. You are the awakened ones who understand the reason for human suffering. You feel for your brethren's suffering, and yet you know the path they are on has been chosen by them for their growth and enlightenment. All is proceeding as intended. All is proceeding as predicted. We are well on the path of our ascension journey. There are no accidents. We are each exactly where we need to be, doing exactly what we need to do. We are fulfilling our mission, dear ones. It is wonderful indeed. We have lived the human life we planned for ourselves. We have come through the experience victorious, and now we feel the light and love of higher frequency divinity in human form, and we radiate it to our brethren. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings indeed.